Okay. We should be back. I really hate when OBS does this. I don't know exactly what's causing it. It just happens, and then it screws up everything. So, yeah, that is super annoying. Are we back, everybody? Are we good? I mean, it shows that we are. I really don't have to restart my computer again. That really sucked. Now we're down to 2 people. Epic. That's so cool. Ah, man. Yeah, hopefully it stays and doesn't die again. I get so annoyed with that, man. Because it kicks everybody off of the stream, as far as I can tell. Because we're at like 20 people, and now it's down to 2, and it's just like, come on, man. So frustrating. I don't know what is causing that. I mean, maybe it's restream causing issues, but I don't know. Also lose internet when stream's dying all the time, yeah. Or lose interest, yeah. I know, it really sucks. I guess working for 5 minutes, yeah. Restream is what I use so that I stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I like it because I can, like, basically it works as an archive for the streams on YouTube because Twitch sucks about deleting streams and stuff. Because they'll automatically delete a stream after like a week or something, or a couple weeks, so it's really frustrating because people will go to watch the stream and then, oh, it's gone. So that's why I do it on the YouTube also, because those never go away. But man, it's really annoying. I wish I didn't have to do restream. I don't like restream, but it's like I'm kind of stuck with it, you know? So. Hopefully we're fine now. I didn't know I could change streaming settings while I'm streaming. Seems dangerous. Yeah, I don't know. Super annoying. I changed some of these settings. Maybe we'll go down to... Because I think I'm on ultra low latency, so let's do that. Hopefully the stream doesn't die. Okay, well, I guess we're fine now. We'll see. Might die again. Well, I think this looks pretty good for the door, for the airlock, so... Maybe I even do that. Sure, this will work. So annoying, because now it's like, okay, I gotta stream for another 3 hours to make up for the people that just went away. it's streaming recently has been very awful for me. I've not enjoyed it, I'm gonna be honest. But just because of the OBS issues and just everything. Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna change this to look like the other one that we did, the other wall. So let's do that. So let's have those two, and then those two, and then 4, but it's using this color. Okay. And then that's hollow on the bottom. Now these ones, I don't know what I'm gonna do for the sidewalls yet. I'm probably gonna wait a little bit on those, maybe. Or maybe just kind of anti-alias them a bit. You know, maybe I just make them less insane with the color difference. Something like that. Okay, let's add in the airlock. Pressure airlock. God, this is the most annoying thing ever, man. OBS dying on stream is like, it's like getting your PlayStation save deleted. It's like, bruh. This just ruins everything. Ruins the fun, you know? So for the collision shape on the airlock, it's going to be a little quirky. So we're going to have this as the regular shape, but the collision on this will be different. So this is going to have let's see here. For collision, or we have to go here. There we go. So it's only going to be on layer 3. I don't really need it to collide with layer 1. So yeah, what's up, April? Sorry I didn't see your message earlier because stream was dead. But yeah. Subnautica planet. Yeah, pretty much. It's basically Subnautica planet, yeah. It's going to be in the ocean, so hopefully it's fun. What's it gonna change here? Oh yeah, so we have to have multiple collision shapes on here now. We're gonna do like so it's a little weird how you do this. Basically you add another static body as a child of this static body, and that's like your actual collision stuff. So I'm just gonna add a sure, let's do 2 rectangle shapes, and then the collision on that will just be layer 1. Yeah. There be any enemies, or are those only going to be in dungeons? I think there will be enemies on this planet, actually, yeah. It's something I wanted to change for this one. I just want there to be a real threat here, instead of it just being a dungeon exclusive, you know? So, yeah, I think there will be. All right, so what we're going to do then is we have this set up, so it's basically going to be collisions on the sides, and then, but you can walk through the center. So hopefully that'll work out with the collision stuff. I'm probably going to make these collision shapes just a little smaller, though. Instead of 16, maybe 14. And then I move them a little differently. I go 17, and then on the other one I go minus 15 or minus 17. Okay. Hopefully this works. This is gonna have its own script. It will extend pressure wall though, but it's not gonna have any of this stuff, you know, with the set texture and all that business. Really, it won't have any code. It's basically just gonna be an empty script. I don't even need the colliders and stuff. And I'll probably make it look cooler later where it does like an opening animation if a player's near it and stuff, but for now it's actually okay. I'm gonna set the Y offset to like minus 24. Or let's see, how does this work? So with this, I need the bottom of this to be offset, so we need to do this. I need to take all of this stuff, and I need to move it up. I need to move it all to minus 24. Like that. And now if we go inside of our buildings table, we're going to offset that. So some of these things have this sprite offset. So on our, we're just going to copy this. This is building pressure airlock. Airlock. Pressure airlock. So size is 3x3. Starground. Cobalt ore. Now this one is going to have a sprite offset. So it's going to be set to like minus. Let's see here. I think minus 24 is what I want. Hopefully. Let's give it a try. God, these ads. Go away, ads. Well, okay. I'm gonna run this ad. We can't do anything about it, so while the game loads up and we wait. Okay. That doesn't actually get set right. Okay. Oh man. I wonder how I did it for the other sprites and stuff for the other buildings. Let me go take a look. Like for rock, I'm pretty sure that is offset. That's my Twitch overlay project. Whoopsies. So in the rock, it's offset. How do I do this? I have the center there, but I have the sprite offset at the bottom. And it's moved down. So I guess we're going to try that. So let's move everything back, I guess. All right, ad is over. I apologize. Nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. I wish I could disable them, but Twitch does not let you. Let's try that. And then if I go back into our buildings table, I just get rid of the offset. Do you have any ideas for the enemies? If not, I might make some and put them in the server. Yeah, you're totally welcome to put them in the Discord. We've come up with a few random ideas, but I would really love to see what other ideas people have though for that. So yeah, feel free to put that in. I'd love to check it out. Oh, I did the sprite offset for the pressure wall. Okay. That's probably why it didn't work. I'm just gonna see if this works. Draw some on paper? Yeah, do it up. Yeah, I'd love to see what ideas people come up with. I think that's a big part of like early access stuff, right? Is like, I want to involve people in the development. So if people have ideas, I am all for it. Okay, let's try this again. Just please stay stable for one stream, OBS. I'm gonna have a freak out. Okay. So we have our airlock. So we should go behind it there, but we don't, yeah. So that's a problem. It works though, I mean, like we can go through it and stuff pretty easily. I do like how tanky it looks, especially then when you combine it with the pressure walls and stuff. So yeah, looking good. I do actually have to fix that. On the edge of the airlock, it still has like the old line. I didn't realize it did. So let's get rid of that. Yeah, so we have to figure out how we can place this properly. I thought with the sprite offset is how you do that, but I don't know. Okay. So building pressure airlock, we do sprite offset of -24. And then we can move our stuff again. Didn't seem like it worked last time, but let's give it a shot. So that our X is on the bottom. So that's the only thing that matters with depth ordering, because the sprite, it only matters on what depth it's at. So that means that its origin point needs to be at the bottom of the building if we want it to sort properly. So hopefully this works. We'll see. No, because it just does the sprite. Like, that's the issue. But see, that depth stuff works now. It's kind of annoying. I don't know how I'm going to get this working right. So how do I want to do that? I need the object to be placed there. I don't think I have any other extra variable for that. Or sprite offset. I mean, like, how do I do it in the other ones, you know? Like the furnace and stuff, it's like... I have the offset set to -19, and then I move it to 16. So you'd think that would work, but I don't think it does. Like, let's move everything back down again. So essentially how that one's set up is offset is set to -24, and then position is set to 24. But in-game, that doesn't actually affect the depth ordering. So that's kind of the problem. I guess it doesn't matter for something like this, it's just for the tilting of where that's centered around, but this doesn't work, yeah. So that's kind of annoying. I have to figure out how to get around that. Actually looks pretty good, I think, with the walls. I kind of like the vibe. Very thick and industrial. But man, this is annoying though. The depth stuff. I guess I'll add another variable to the buildings. Which is position offset, I guess. Everyone questions, there chains in the game? Chains. Like chains that like you could shoot out of an enemy or something like that, right? Is that kind of what you're thinking? Chains could be cool. How do I want to do this? Because I needed to place the building offset, right? That's the difficulty right now. I mean, unless you just place these buildings at the bottom like this, right? That's the other thing. But then it's like misaligned and stuff, so it's not how I want it. I guess I'm gonna have to have, yeah, another thing. So we have sprite offset, we need position offset. Make one that it's like a mine on the ground by chains. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, like the underwater bombs kind of thing. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, those are cool. That could be cool. Yeah. All right, I got position offset, so we're gonna do. Let's see, we're gonna need. Let's see what we can cook up here. So reset the positions on all these to just 0. So with that, okay, we'll actually need to move those all up now. Those need to be at -24. Okay. So when we're placing it like that, does it look normal? No. So we need to do both here. Or actually, no, it's because we have sprite offset, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna do position offset. Vector 2, 0, 24. So it's gonna place it 24 pixels in down from where it should be. Subspace trip mines. The Roblox thing. I don't know if that's what you mean, but it's like these things, the naval mines. These things are scary, man. I know they don't really activate like from people. I'm pretty sure it's just ships hitting them where it'll activate, but still they're kind of scary looking. I don't know. Just knowing that they're bombs and they'll freaking explode, yeah. Okay. Let's go integrate this new variable into the build preview. So now when we place something down, we're just gonna go down into here. So yeah, that's the positions. Where do we do like add child and stuff, you know? So hey, Sir Jola, thank you for the follow. Where do I actually build it? Is it in physics process? Maybe. It's where we check for the click. Right here. Oh, so we pass in the position, so all we need to do is just pass in plus. I know we have building data in here somewhere. That's just object. And select new object. Okay, so we can say plus object dot position offset. So hopefully that works. Let's try it out. So that allows us to say, well, when you place down this building, actually put it 24 pixels down. That way we can have our depth sorted properly, but it still stays in the center, so it doesn't look like it's weird, you know. Let's try this out. So we're placing it in the center. When we actually place it, nothing happens. Oh, there we go. Weird. But you can see the depth is good. Still definitely some weird quirks we have to work out. Must just have to do with the collision stuff. So why is that? So it's for some reason when we're placing it down, the collision box is wrong. It's probably just because we're not adding position offset to the actual collision box in the build preview. I'm sure that's what it is. So let's go change that. I know we do that in here somewhere. No connection. Shape that size. I guess it's because it doesn't, we're gonna say this. Let's try that. No, doesn't seem to be working. Let's turn on the visible collision shapes thing. See if we can figure this out. Oh man. Oh. Gotta stretch. I might have another collision shape being set in process. I don't think so. That's just area 2D. Let's also go take a look at our player scene. So what we have in here, there's area 2D land checker. Let's get out of the collision zone. Okay. So we have our pressure airlock. So that collision shape is in the right spot. But then that one's weird. See, because it's trying to check there for a collision for some reason, it's not offsetting it. So I don't know why that is. It's kind of weird. I guess because I'd also have to apply it in there. Yeah, it is annoying. I might just have to break apart the parts of this into two sections. So that we have like this middle part is like overlaid on top of the player. It's not what I want to do, but I mean, it might be necessary though. Because this is kind of janky. Yeah, I don't like this whole thing here. Let's get rid of that, all this position offset gizmos. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep messing around with how we can make this look good. Breaking it apart into two sprites isn't a terrible thing. I've done it before with the Thumper. And that's why you're able to actually walk underneath that. So, honestly, it's not a big deal. We just have to do another sprite, and now we're fine. Is this sprite 53 tall? No, it's 54 tall. I don't know what happened here. I just did the wrong section. I didn't expand the canvas. Whoopsies. Okay, so we had the sides. Just gonna rename these. Then pressure airlock top. And I hope that works. So this will always be... but it's not always on top of the player. That's the problem, right? That's annoying. I don't know. How are we gonna do this? Let's load in again, see if there's any things we can do with the offsetting to make this work, I guess. So that's where it ends up, because it goes up 24 pixels, right? And the depth ordering works there, but not really. So back to pressure airlock. One thing we could do is also make its children depth ordered. I don't know if that'll actually work, but I mean, we can try. We can say ordering and then do Y sort enabled so that these things under here are Y sorted. And then what we could say is offset. We could set that to -24 and then move it down like that. Now, I don't know if that works, but we can mess around with it and see. Set all these back to 0. Then main sprite will go down to 24. Oh, that actually works. Okay. Alright. Cool. Figured it out. That's good. Let's go disable this stupid overlay now. Alright, we have the airlocks, so we should be able to actually get into our pressurized rooms now. Let's go back to our ocean planet and try things out. Am I going bald, guys? Is this signs of balding? Or is this just my hairline, how it's always been? Or is it because my hair is like, I was sleeping and then my hair moved down? And so it looks like I'm balding. I don't know. Okay. Let's load in. Okay. Gemtopia. It's not called Gemtopia anymore, actually. So here's our little pressure capsule. Break 3 walls. I know they're not dropping stuff. We have to fix that. Place the wall down. So yeah, I can walk through and enter my building. Then we can put the pressure pump in, and it should have said enclosed. Yep. So yeah, that's our inside area. Then inside of here, we can put down our other stuff, like a crafter. You know, we could put down a freaking researcher, whatever we want in here. So, epic. An oven. Yeah, let me check it out. Just watching it right now. Yeah, we're scroll. So the whole project is about scrolling and stuff and doing all that business. Yeah. Yeah, I think that looks good. What happens when you like open too many of them? I guess, right? Oh, school project. I was like, yeah, okay. I was like trying to figure out what a scroll project is. Yeah. Yeah, I think it looks good. As long as it, you know, follows the rules of the assignment and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, looks polished. I think it'll be fine. It's way better than anything we did for my web class. It was the one I took. It was like web design, introduction to web development, but everything that we used in that class was extremely out of date. Like, we were just straight up doing like raw HTML and CSS and stuff, just not messing with any libraries. I think we might have done Fuel PHP or whatever when we were doing the PHP stuff, but yeah, pretty bare bones. We never did anything cool and fancy like that. Hopefully building these walls isn't too annoying for people, right? It is a little quirky how, like, the 3 tall wall will go like that. So it's technically more efficient to build your rooms tall than wide. It's weird. But it all works out, because you do have to build it wider, you know. It's hard to just do a big, massive vertical thing. And they're not going to be, like, that insanely expensive, so I think it'll be fine. So, yeah. Yeah, it's looking good, though. And the pressure pump will have, like, a UI in here to show how many tiles and stuff it's pressuring or whatever. So, yeah. So then people will be able to set up, like, mines out here in the wilderness. It'll be something probably different from the collector, but then we can pipe in the resources. Now, that's also another thing that we have to figure out. How do we get the resources inside? So I'll probably add another type of wall that's going to be like a wall buffer chest, or like a storage wall, an interface wall. So you'll be able to put a mover into it like that, and then you can pull items out inside here like that. That's probably how I'm going to do that. Or like a conveyor wall, something. But yeah. This project's pretty advanced, hooked up to a MySQL database, created a user store to handle data without doing too many database requests. Yeah, a lot of stuff is going in on the back end since that's my area of expertise. Yeah, sounds cool. Yeah, definitely seemed looking pretty solid to me for a school project. Yeah, it's definitely better than anything I ever saw anyone do in school. So, yeah. Oh yeah, this should also work for the other side. I'm just gonna make sure, but yeah, should look fine. Yeah. So you can walk through your base now. Epic. Technically, you could just do a bunch of airlocks as the doors. You could just do like that. Or as the walls. But I'll make the airlocks pretty expensive, so it's just not worth it to do that. Random question about how many suggestions at the moment. In terms of just what people have suggested over the months of development and stuff like that, it's hard to say which specific ones have added, because a lot of it has been like stuff I've kind of been wanting to already add in the first place, or it's stuff that like somebody suggested on stream and not necessarily like on Discord in the suggestions chat and stuff. So it would be hard to put a specific number on that, but definitely there's been a lot of ideas that were thrown around that I've added. So yeah, I mean, people like wanted farming for a while. A lot of it, like, you know, I was gonna do farming anyways, but you know, I guess technically it's completing the suggestion if I did it for somebody who wanted it. So that you example in Discord happens if you do more chats than what the subreddit can handle. Yeah, or yeah, I probably already read that. Let me just see. It's way better than I. Whoa, I'm in the video. Should just add a scroll bar, right? Okay, yeah, nice. Yeah, looks good. Brain is kapooing. Yeah, it's okay. Cool, you listen to feedback and suggestions, sometimes don't. Yeah, like I think it's a really good thing too. I see no problem in Like, why would you not listen to the people playing your game, you know? It just seems crazy that people wouldn't. So yeah, I always really value suggestions and ideas that people come up with, because you're all the people that are playing the game and doing things, right? So if you're thinking of ideas and things that would improve the game for you, odds are it's going to improve the game for everybody, right? So I think those kinds of suggestions are always really helpful. And even if it's not necessarily something I directly add into the game, hold on a second.
Shit, I'm in the Zen part of Half-Life. The first one. How do I long jump?
I've never played Half-Life. I've never played 1 or 2, or any of the other little random ones. So, unfortunately, I can't help you. I have no idea. I've never touched it. I have it installed on my computer in my library, but it's just I've never played it. So, maybe we'll do a Half-Life stream. Could just probably look it up. You remove the scroll bar animation because screw the design. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I think it's oh man. I think it's a really good thing for developers to listen to their players, because that's who they're making the game for, you know. I always think of it as like, if someone commissioned me to make a project, then I'm gonna do what they want, right? And it's the same way in a lot of ways with a game. Like, you're the players that the game is for, so why would I not listen? You know, like, I'm gonna add the things that you guys want in the game because it's for you guys, you know. So it just doesn't, yeah, it's crazy that some devs will just lock down and just not listen to that kind of stuff, right? Speaking of suggestions, some of my enemy suggestions, don't look at it now, you have time, of course. Yeah, no, I'll definitely look at it. I saw that you posted in the suggestions, which is awesome. I appreciate it. Yeah, if anyone always has, you know, any suggestions at all, you're always welcome to put it in the suggestions channel, because I do read through all that stuff. And yeah, what I was saying, like, sometimes even if I don't directly add it, a lot of the times I'll do like a variation or take one part of an idea I really like and kind of integrate that into something. So even if sometimes it doesn't seem like ideas are directly being added into the game, odds are they are in one way or another, so don't fret. Yeah, we can take credit for it. Yeah, that's the only downside, I guess, to fan suggestions is like legal issues of people being like, that's my idea, so now I own Starground. But hopefully we don't run into any people like that. The legal fees of dealing with a battle like that would just be not even worth it, because the game wouldn't have made enough. Say me no. Yeah. What if I did like, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if I do that. Yeah. You can end the wall wherever you want. Oh, like totally. The highlight color on these buttons is the same as the wall, so they just kind of go invisible. It's kind of funny. So yeah, like I can put walls here if I want. Now what's cool is you can actually break this up into regions. So like, say for example, I want like to wall off regions for like redundancy or something, or just to segment my base. You can totally do that. So let me show you here. I'll just use airlocks here. Like, you could do this, and now you have like 2 rooms, and you can put another pressure pump in there. So yeah, it's kind of cool that you can do that. I do like how this mechanic will work. I think it'll be fun to build bases, and like actually build bases, right? Like build walls and stuff. I'm suggesting it to you. Isn't that literally considered consent of you using that idea? I mean, it is. I mean, I think the reason why Mojang doesn't actually take in suggestions anymore like that is because they had legal trouble. Somebody suggested something be added into the game, And then they did it. And then I think they got in trouble, or like the person sued them because they used their idea, which I think is so stupid. Because if you're suggesting something, I mean, I don't think that would be legally fair for you to claim ownership of that addition now. I mean, I'm sure in court it's probably a pretty easy thing to fight against. It's like, okay, well, you literally suggested that we do this thing, so I mean, it's like, yeah. I think it just goes unsaid that a suggestion is not a piece of ownership in the game, you know? But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it won't be ever an issue with Starground. I don't think we're big enough for anybody to care about taking things down. I mean, what, you know? Oh, you get like $1 of royalties or whatever. That's so cool. No, it's, yeah. It's not worth it. Okay. I mean, what's next? We can start to kind of change the tile set and stuff in here when a pressure pump has found the proper region. Luckily, what we can do actually is we can just get... we have the list of visited coordinates on which tiles are empty. So we can just say, like, okay, just fill those in with the floor. So, hearing from your lawyers? No. This is tragic. Let's go ahead and do this. Yum, 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 yummy. Ah, yummy. I think it's called Gemtopia. I don't actually remember. I might have called it like something weird. It's probably I named it before we were even doing Gemtopia as a temporary name. Just tiles gem. Okay. So what I'm gonna add on to this is floor tiles. They're gonna be pretty dark. I don't want it to be too vibrant and in your face, you know? So for now, we're literally just gonna do that, and we'll work it out later on how we want those to look in the end. So with our pump, we're gonna have to make it change the tiles. So we're gonna go to pressure pump. Long jump, you need a crouch jump? Oh yeah? Weird. 10% profit of Starground, then we're even. I don't know. I'll think about it. Technically, I haven't added your idea yet, so. How do long jump in Half-Life? Like the third most popular result, yeah. Oh, God. Sorry, I'm just stretching. What is happening? You see this, guys? You saw that, right? Excuse me, I pay for your salary, you work for me, Vines. Yeah. Man. Oh, okay. Alright, so we're gonna need to get the tile set. So our tile set. Get node. Root multiplayer world level tiles gem terrain. Now I don't like doing this using get node, but it'll probably be okay. We'll own you because you own your game. Well, luckily the company owns it, so actually I do have copyright over the game, so I am the owner. Root.beer. I love root beer, dude. It's freaking awesome. We have another thing of our floor tiles. It's just an empty array. So Floor tiles is an empty array. So down here we're gonna do floor tiles dot push back global position plus pause. So we'll have a big array of all the tiles that we can change, and then as long as region is enclosed, we're going to say for I in floor tiles, we're going to say tile set dot set tile. I'm going to give this a tile map layer type. Set cell. So we have a couple things. We need chords, we need source ID, then we need the atlas chords. So the atlas chords of the region is going to be down here. 09. So let's go to that. Vector 2i09. So then we need the source ID, stu -1, and then the chords. So the thing that's always annoying with this is we have to convert our coordinates. I forget how to exactly do this, but you have to do... So you get the position. So I dot... how do you do it again? I know I've done it before. Go convert coordinates to tile map coordinates. I gotta figure this out. Oh yeah, world to map. That's what it is. I forget. So we just do this. We say file set dot. We can't do world to map, can we? Or oh god. So local to map, I think, is what it is. So tile set dot local to map, and then we have to give local coordinates. So we say I dot to local. Oh, we just say to local with the position in it. I don't know, we'll try it. So let's see. Ready? Whoa. Check it out, guys. Whoa. So it works. It's funny because now I can't place it there.
I spent all day.
Alright, interesting. Let's,
I
I guess I'll save the game. We'll break those.
I hate all creepers even more now. Creepers on my back, I can't get them off. I made a diamond sword just to kill these mobs.
So in our tile set, I need to make sure that these are configured properly. So I'm gonna do select on those. See, because they have like terrain sets and stuff. The terrain sets on those is just set to 0. So that's what we'll do. Okay. No physics. There's physics layer 1. I think that's actually what we need there. Yeah. And then all we do is basically we do the opposite. So we're gonna say var current tiles, right? It's gonna be that. And then on here we say, or we say current tiles is equal to floor tiles. And so if region is too big, then we do the opposite. So we say for I in current tiles, and then we're going to set it back. Right. Set it back to one of these.
Well, I was sitting on the back of my truck, beer in hand, but not drunk enough.
I need to copy what I did. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2. Var natural tiles. 0, 0, 0, 1 would be X, right? Yeah. 0, 2. Then we do it for 0, 1. Yeah. 2, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 1. Okay. I'm reciting my social security number right now. 0, 1, 2, 1. Okay, natural tiles. So then here, instead of vector 9, we're just gonna say natural tiles dot pick random. Okay. It's gonna work, guys. It's gonna work flawlessly. We're gonna see.
Oncoming traffic swerves out the way, but I don't care. Got my hands in the air saying drinking and driving is the way. Family of 4 all driving home, but they don't see me on the road.
Come on, let's load. Okay. It's gonna be crazy, guys. We're gonna have floors in Starground. Alright, so let's place down our pump. Okay, didn't use the right location. I don't know why. Or the right tile, right? Should have used this one down here at 0, 9. It's because I set source to -1. Source ID is 0. Maybe that's why. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Then on this, I'm also going to do like this. Func reset tiles. And that's where we do this. So we're going to call reset tiles on deletion. So we're going to say tree exiting that connect reset tiles. Like that. So that'll basically say when a pump is destroyed, it'll reset its tiles. So like this. Yeah. Now this one's just a void now, so what we'll do is this, we'll add an extension. So I can build it. There we go. Check that out, guys, it's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, we have an underwater area now. And then for buildings, they know that they're in a safe place if the tiles underneath them are these tiles. So, whichever ones aren't waterproof, you know. I like these faces. So now we just need to do more code of like entering into a region like this. We need to do stuff where it like makes your helmet disappear. It changes the audio bus stuff. Right, there's gonna be a lot of things like that we have to change now. But hey, it works. And then we can set it up so that the resources don't spawn in these regions too. Now, there are going to be issues when you place down multiple pumps. Right, that is a little quirky right now. So, we'll have to maybe make it so that you can't place pumps on top of these tiles, because then it just makes it so that you can only place one in a room. So yeah, that's probably what we'll do. Yeah, it looks like it runs pretty well. Like, the performance is not bad. I am gonna make a massive room, though, and try this and make sure that we're good, though. What I'm gonna do for that, actually, I'm gonna enable Potato Dev's command mod so that I can do /give extended chat. So let's load that. Because then I can just /give myself 1,000,000 stone instead of having to do it manually. I don't know what floor tiles we're gonna go with this, or like what color. Maybe just like a pretty chill color, probably. And we'll just give it a like that. You know, it is the floor, so I don't want it to be too intense, right? But just something like that could be nice. And we can add in variations also. I'm actually going to wait for that texture to apply. See, it's still the old one. There we go. Ugh. Okay. Let's try this out. Playing Starground for the first time, I'm afraid to start working with conveyors. Oh yeah. They're not too bad, really, once you get used to them. It's a pretty simple mechanic. So, I wouldn't worry about it. Alright. So yeah, for some reason that didn't actually build. It's quite odd. It's probably just a quirk. This tile's like okay, it's a little weird how it's like the plus is so big. I'll probably make the plus smaller. Also, it merges in with the walls, which doesn't look good, so we have to do either a much darker color or a much brighter color. It's really our options here. So let's do /give Starground stone 1000. Oh yeah, there we go. So let's just make a big, massive one. Just a test, right? Mostly just automated, to be honest. Yeah. That's fair. So this is probably going to be way too big, which is, you know, intended. But let's see what this does. Yeah, I must say, region too big, yeah. So you can't build a place this big. But just temporarily, I'm going to remove the cap on that. So pressure pump, we'll set that max tile count to 1,000. Yeah. I just want to check and see for any, like, performance lag. There's a tiny stutter, but really it's not that bad. For how many tiles it's setting, you know? I think that's absolutely fine. So yeah, I think that'll work pretty well. So they gotta go now. Need my sleep to be productive. Yeah, no problem at all. Hey, Settlix! What's up? Thank you so much for the raid. I'll give you a shout out. How's it going, everybody? Welcome in. What were you up to today on your stream? Very target. I appreciate that. Another day of dev complete. Nice. Another random big boy complete. Yeah. Well, I really appreciate it. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, I'm working more on Starground, you know, the usual. So I can show you guys what we've been up to. Some good quest system testing and progress in, working on task UI today. Okay, nice. More bot stuff. Yeah, also the usual. Yeah. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, this is Starground. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen this before. But I've been just working away at this. What this is a new planet that you can travel to. This we finally named it. It's not called Gemtopia anymore. We call it Tyria. There's a dye called Tyrian purple, and so I just took that and made it Tyria because, you know, I figured we were just gonna name all the planets after colors. Like Viridian is just green, and it just means green. So like this will mean purple, you know. So yeah. Yeah, what we're working on right now is these interior like pressure regions. So this is it's gonna be like a building that you can create and then pump the water out of, and then you can put your non-waterproof things inside of here. So stuff like batteries and crafters, the stuff that would not do very well with water. So I kind of like this mechanic because it makes it so you actually have to build structures instead of just, you know, with movers and conveyors. It's like you're assembling like a housing, you know. I kind of like how it's going. But yeah, and then once you put up your walls, there's two. So there's the airlock, which you can walk through, and then there's the wall, you know, so you could just build this out and build little enclosures and stuff. So after you've built your enclosure, you can place down your pressure pump, and it fills in the does a flood fill algorithm and fills in the stuff with floor tiles. Now these tiles don't look good. I have to change them because they merge in with the same color as the walls, so it doesn't look very good. But yeah, we'll probably do maybe a darker color for these. I'll go pretty dark on this, I think. So we'll do like that. And like maybe that. Something pretty dark, probably. So let's relaunch the game really quick. I like an easy theme to follow too, yeah. Like Spaghetic 2, and it's a perfect thing to have to contend with while in a new world. Yeah, right? Like, I just wanted there to be a little bit of a different thing that you have to do on this planet. And I think having to build like a house for your equipment is interesting. So the dynamic is going to be there's stuff outside in the water that you mine. So there's going to be like uranium, and then there's going to be cobalt, which are the two resources. So then you have your enclosure. Essentially, you're going to be mining these resources, and then you pump them into your buildings to make stuff. So, yeah. So let's go check the new floor tile look. Should be better, I think. Hopefully it did actually save. We'll see. Yeah, difference that isn't just superficial. Yeah, right. Like, I want it to be, like, fundamentally different instead of just, you know, annoying difficulty, right? So there's still a lot of issues we have to work out with the water, with the pressure pumps. But we'll get there. We just added them like a minute ago, so yeah. So this is what it does. I think I like the darker tiles like this. So yeah. Looks good. And then basically you can just build your conveyors in here, and you can just make a little factory inside of this enclosure. right? So you can put down whatever machines you want. We can put down crafters and build stuff in here. So, right, that's the whole idea of what these things are about. Yeah, should be cool. And you can build these in whatever shape you want. So, you know, you could like say, for example, I don't know, you can add in like pillars like this, right? Like I'm doing right here. Like obviously you can see there's some issues. We still have to work out the updating of the region, right? But yeah, you can like, I want a little extension down here, dig out like, so you can shape these to however you want, and I think that'll work really well, you know, for automation stuff especially. Yeah, I have to make these automatically update. Right now they just update when you place them, but it shouldn't be that hard. I just add a signal to these and call these to be refreshed. So, yeah. Pretty cool stuff. It's coming along really nicely, actually. Yeah, I guess you move so fast in this as well. Yeah. And with the deadline to have this done before, right? Yeah, so I think the deadline, the plan is going to be... We're actually... The game's been entered into the Steam Multiplayer Fest. So I think the new deadline now is going to be December 9th. That's like the hard deadline. It has to be done before then. So I think with the current pace, though, at which things are going, I don't think that's going to be too hard. Honestly, I only kind of got started on this planet really a week ago. And we're already like, I'd say a nice, decent chunk of the way there. We have like the interior regions set up and the resource spawning with uranium and cobalt. So I think we'll have time to. We have gone through all of our old plans for this update, and I think we're going to cut some of our initial ideas for other updates, just to make sure that we can really focus on this planet and make sure it's actually fun. Because I just don't want to like rush this update super fast, and then it turns out this planet actually sucks to play on, you know? So... Yeah, last I think it was just concepts. It wasn't even real yet, so definitely things have been going quick, yeah. Like the wave effect, yeah. I like that too, yeah. Appreciate it. It helps with the underwater vibe. Will this be the last big update? Definitely not. There's still a lot of updates ahead of us. So this is going to be V.10 or 0.10. We've got right now on the roadmap, what we have planned is point 11, point 12, and point 13 before the release update. So there should be a lot more major updates. Some of the stuff we're planning, like we're gonna put up an official roadmap for this with drawings and stuff. But we're planning out like the next update's gonna be all about ranching and economy and like, I guess more food stuff, kind of fleshing out those mechanics more. Then we're gonna do like an adventuring update. So that'll probably add like a new dungeon, questing, NPC interaction, stuff like that. It's gonna be basically just to give things for people to go out and explore and do. And then another automation update. So that one's gonna probably add in another planet for automation, and it's gonna be very focused on high-end technology. So it's gonna be stuff like quantum gizmos and gadgets and Dyson spheres and like big mega structures, that kind of thing. So it'll be like the end game technology. So yeah, we're definitely not at the last big update for sure. Also, like, even though we'll probably start on another game after release, there's still always the chance that we'll just come back and do another update, you know, after release. So I definitely wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, I think it's looking good. Then you could also set up power in here, like you could do a burner. I don't have any stone brick on me. Actually, I think I do in the chest out here. Let's see. Yes, I do. So you could like put a burner inside of here and get like some power going. So you could do like this and then... Oh, I have no wire. I think I have some in here though, yeah. I gave myself 1,000 stone. Like this, and then we can fuel it. Yes. We have power in our base now. Connect those up, and we're gaming. So yeah, there's still a lot of things we need to add for this to be fully set up. Like, one thing is I need the helmet to disappear when you're inside. I need the water effects, like how everything's kind of like bassy and stuff. I need that to disappear, right? So there's still a lot more that I have to do with this. This is just the very beginning of this, so. I love managing stable, those little details. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. There's a lot of that, like switching between regions. I have to do that and stuff. So you can build a system for it that'll make switches easier in other places. Yeah, I already have that system sort of set up for switching regions, right? Like when we go to a different planet, it'll like change the background ambience and stuff, which it is actually broken right now. Like you can hear the sound effects are still muffled. I don't know why. I've been trying to figure that out. Because what I do in here, instead of global, there's this set region function which handles all that. So it says that if we're on the gem planet, we'll enable all these audio, like sound effect buses. Otherwise, if we're not, then we disable them. So I don't know why it's not disabling them. That seems definitely wrong. Maybe it's just not being called, or maybe there's like an error in here, but I don't see any errors, so it's definitely something I missed. We could try it again. So let's go back to and make sure that's being printed. So we go back here, go back to Viridian. Then what does it print in the output? So it didn't actually print it. That's what's a little weird. Oh, it's because we have LF. Whoopsies. Yeah, that would do it. Yeah. So let's try that now. Should fix it. Don't know how I missed that. That earlier today, basically, yeah. So we go back to Viridian, should fix it. Yeah, there we go. Alright, yeah, that was just a stupid mistake. And then if we go back to Tyria, it should, yeah, go muffled. We're now underwater. So yeah, really the system for changing that isn't too complicated. What I could do is separate this stuff out into its own function for the audio effects. And then I could have another check in these airlocks for when the player actually moves through it and you're in a different, like, you're inside, right? And we could also do some other fun stuff too. We could do like a water splash effect on the screen and stuff like that. So, also we have ads. I apologize. So let's wait for the ads. Always gotta ruin the fun. The ads. Oh, you have a way to let the ads play and still hear you. I gotta say, at time it could have been more perfect. Yeah. God, I get really tired of the ads, man. Every time I'm like deep in conversation and then, yeah, get hit with a massive ad. Do you do the thing where you like, you open it in the background so that you can... I've heard Adagon does that, so... Yeah. Yeah, the pop-out viewer, yeah. It's a good little trick. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of nice, actually. It's funny that you can do that. Yeah. Alright. Ads are over. Sorry, everybody. I hate the ads. I can't stop them. They're inevitable. Yeah, it's going good. Another thing that I also like about how this wall system works is you can segment your base into different regions. Right, like if I wanted, I could separate these two regions like this. Now the only thing that's kind of annoying is sometimes these get misaligned. So like I can't put a wall in here very easily. It is kind of annoying. I might rethink how these walls are actually built. I don't know. Right, because if it matters whether you put the wall above or whether you put it to the side, so yeah, it's a little weird. But now like when we put a pressure pump down, you can see these are two distinct zones. So you can put another pressure pump in here. So yeah, you could just break stuff up if you want. Helped you make a penny, and that makes me happy since I cannot give you one. Yeah, well, I appreciate it. So that's why I actually like 3D more for construction. Oh yeah, houses make things trickier than one would expect. It really does, honestly, yeah. I mean, what I could do, it wouldn't be that hard, is just make it so that when you're placing these walls, it places it at the bottom of the tile. So that, like, with their collision, it's like you basically just place them in a row like that, you know, instead of how it is now. But I don't know. I'll have to think about how I want to handle that, right? I want people to be able to precisely place walls where they want instead of it always being locked to this 1x3. Because it can be kind of annoying in a spot like this where it's like, well, yeah, you should definitely be able to put a wall here, but you just can't. You'd have to like shift your whole base around, which kind of sucks. So, yeah. I guess it's because this middle segment is in a weird spot. Like what we'd have to do is this. We'd have to like tear down all the walls, and then we'd have to like shift it down by one like this, which is just stupid, you know? So yeah, I don't like how that is. I'm probably gonna change that because it's pretty annoying. They gotta have fast mining speed. I think actually with this, what is it? It's like mining. I have a mod installed. Yeah, /mine speed. So my mining speed is 0, so I just mine instantly now. Yeah. Yeah, this mod is pretty cool. I didn't make it. It was made by Potato Dev. Loves you for dev testing. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I do appreciate Potato Dev for making it. Because I actually tend to use it a lot. Bruising support mods right there. Honestly, yeah. It's not something I expected of like less content driven mods, but more just helper mods, but they actually turn out to be some of the most helpful, cool mods. So I'm definitely not complaining. Yeah. Yeah. It's coming along. I hope it'll be fun for people. There's going to be a lot of new ores. Like we have, I added cobalt, and then we also have uranium. So you can imagine what that entails. Cobalt's just going to be a higher tier metal for things that are just more advanced. So a lot of the ocean stuff is going to use cobalt for building. And then uranium, I think we all know. I'm going to finally add in a crafting recipe for nuclear bombs. And nuclear reactors, of course. The other thing, I'll probably think of other things to do with uranium. I thought of like, because uranium is actually really good as a weapon. Uranium, I think it's not because it's hard, but because it like splits apart, I think, when it hits something, or it's like self-healing. It's I can't remember exactly why it's good for bullets and stuff, but it is. They use depleted uranium. So yeah. So we'll probably do something like that. And we also might tie this stuff into like weapons, right? So like maybe a sword that inflicts radiation damage onto your enemies. So we'll have to figure out what we want to do with that, but yeah. Yeah, out of curiosity, what happens if you place a pressure pump outside? So there's like a limit on how many tiles, right, can be here for this, which apparently it didn't work. I don't know what happened, I'm gonna be honest. That shouldn't have happened. Because down here it checks if... so if tile count is less than max tile count. Right. Then it'll not do it. And visited does not have that. So I don't know why it crashed, I'm gonna be honest. Max tile count. Yeah. Because what it should do is this. It should just say region too big and then reset tiles. Right. Could actually be the reset tiles crashed. For eyeing current tiles. Current tiles should be empty. Yeah, so I don't know why it crashed. That's like what I'm saying. There's still some quirks that we have to work out with this stuff, but yeah. So remember you're on after going through the FBI's most wanted list? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've researched a lot of things that are dangerous. Like, having to research how nuclear reactors work and, like, nuclear bombs and stuff. It's like, maybe I'm on a watch list, who knows. Also, searching uranium ore is probably dangerous. Because I have to know how these things work for Starground, so it's like... Yeah, I have to destroy all children. Yeah, right? Says having that wiggle room design-wise, decide when it feels right and tinker around until then. Yeah, absolutely. That's why, like, I just wanted to add in some nice, solid resources that I could do a lot of different things with, so... Yeah, I don't know why it crashed. It's definitely strange. It shouldn't do that. Because it's fine in there, but then when I place it out here, it just dies. So I wonder if it's just calling, like... It gets stuck in an infinite loop of recursiveness. But it really shouldn't, because, you know, it says if tile count is less than max tile count, right, then it stops doing it. I mean, it might be. It's hard to say, right? I don't know why it's... Yeah. Maybe what I'll do is, I'll print out what the current tile count is. It's also weird that it just doesn't even show me like an error message, so it makes me think it's some kind of infinite cycle thing. Level 2 reactors, tokamak. I don't know what that is. Requires superconducting magnets, so rare elements there. Yeah. Yeah, I've thought about, like, I want this to just have a bunch of rare elements, right? I know cobalt, I think, can be used as magnets, so... Like, there's just so many tiles for it to change. Well, it should just stop, right? Can't really precisely guess, but if it's a loop and a large area kills it, that'd be at least a potential, yeah. I don't know. Let's place it down again and see. So look, it shows 549 region enclosed on this, which I don't know why it didn't set the tiles. Probably because it did it before the tile map was instantiated. So let's place this down and see what it reads out. Randomly, it just kind of stops at 300. So I don't know why that is, because that's less than the other one was, you know? So why would it do that? I really don't know. It's pretty weird. I don't know, let's see if it's consistently at 343. Let's run it again. Oh, we can make the nuke using uranium? Yeah, that's gonna be one of the plans with uranium ore, is being able to craft nukes. Tokamak creates energy through fusion. Oh. Oh, it's just called a tokamak? That's a weird name. I wonder where that came from. Yeah, that's just, it's a fusion reactor, yeah. Magnetizes the plasma so that it doesn't liquefy all the machines inside. These things are insane, though. I can't wait for these to, you know, work in real life. That'll be cool. It'll take a while, though, probably. Alright, let's see if this is a consistent number. How's the meeting yesterday? Yeah, it was good. It was, we did a lot of stuff, decided on a lot of things, which was good. So yeah, went well. Got pretty much a full plan. We like assigned some different tasks and stuff. So yeah, it was good. So yeah, it shows 549. Like, okay, let's see what this says again. It says 343 again, and that's odd. No, now it's 377. So it just kind of randomly crashes, which is very odd. Doesn't even interact with the tile set. Yeah, it's very odd. I don't know. Is it hitting like the maximum recursive function stack or something? Because I think there is actually a limit to that on how deep your recursive can go. But I thought it was pretty high. Okay.
And I need cream. Lotion.
Interesting. Yeah, the maximum call stack. Interesting. I wonder if there's a way to change that, right? Like, let's see if we can do... I know it's like function stack or something in here. Max functions. Oh, that's just how many functions we can have. Okay. I have no idea. Yeah. Trip value for tripping rocks at walls for knives, the kind of tech. It's freaking insane, the kind of things we've invented. Just the invention of the phone is ridiculous. Like, in 50 years, we went from, like, this device is like 1,000 times more powerful than the computers that used to fill up massive warehouses with transistors that were like this big. You could like see them. And now there's like a trillion in here. It's insane. It's just ridiculous how we've invented that kind of tech. Yeah. It's pretty ridiculous sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, it shouldn't be anything like out of bounds because it's just coordinates. It's very weird. So we're looping without pause, maybe iterating too much in one frame. That's probably what it is. It probably thinks that it's in an infinite loop when it actually isn't. Yeah. It's all progressive tech, though. One forms that, and the next form, the next, and so on. Yeah, it's still insane, though, that, like, we can do that. Technical evolution OBS still gets angry for no reason. I know, it's tragic. All that time spent, and I still have OBS issues. This machine that weighs tons can do one calculation per minute. I'm not even talking about body like that. That's me, for real. So how do I, like, prevent this from dying? Can I just do wait? Like, I can't do sleep, right? How do I wait one frame? I don't know. Let me ask, where's the actual loop? So it's just a recursive call. Yeah, I guess call deferred. Dot. Call deferred. I'll show you where it starts. So up here, it just does in check tile recursive, or I do check region, and then I call check tile recursive. So check tile recursive is a recursive function. Every time I call it, it calls 4 more. So it's just a flood fill algorithm. It's not really complicated or anything. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe I could do it without a recursive call. If that's like the issue that's happening, I could probably just do a for loop or something, right? Yeah, so you can totally just add a cute little check for X iterations in that function. You can hold for seconds, so memory can dump. Yeah. Yeah, setting these to call deferred would probably work. So let's see what it does. But it's very odd that it'll crash when I place it outside, but then when I place it inside, it's like fine. Because I think it shows in here that it's like at 1,000,000. Or like it shows like 500 tiles in the region, so I don't know why it only crashes. Let me explain something you totally know. I just love troubleshooting. No, I appreciate it, yeah. Explain away. I don't mind at all. Let's try this now. Okay, well, it's just stopping immediately now. So call deferred does not work. As you've missed a step when setting up this world. Like when the object loads in and does its initial check, that kind of thing, or... I think why it doesn't work initially, I think I know why on that, which is, it's not a big deal. Maybe it's with setting the tiles. Maybe that's what it is. It only started happening after that happened. I wonder why it would be that, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna comment that out and see if it crashes again. Okay. It still does. So, it's not that. Yeah, I know, like, you'd think it would, like, say something so that I could figure this out, but it just dies. It doesn't... I don't know. I wonder if it does show something in the logs, because sometimes it does show things in the logs, but not in, I'll have to open it to see the log. Yeah, they are. This is tough. But I could do a for loop if this doesn't work out. Basically, I could just do like a ring of concentric circles checking. I mean, that would probably be okay. I do like flood fill though. It's kind of nice. It's very easy to add. Setting the override base game functionality. Oh. So let's go to logs. And what was the one that we crashed on? I presume it was... Give me 1 second here. I just never know what I have open on Notepad. Sometimes I have private things. Oh. So this is all we get. Crash handler exception. Program crashed. Dumping the backtrace. Please include this when reporting the bug to the project developer. So... it doesn't really tell me anything. It just says that the program has crashed. Yeah. Almost guarantee you just need to figure out however Godot says wait for next frame, please, and you'll be fine. Yeah, I thought that was what's called deferred, but then when I do it, it just stops working. It did not hit the max tile count. That should be 1,000, so. Am I gonna report the bug to Big White Games Incorporated? I better do that, yeah. Yeah, I mean, while could also work, maybe. Like, defer to 100 objects still in one frame, it won't matter much? Okay. I guess I could do, like, a timer. It would be kind of stupid, but... yeah. I could just set up a timer so that it doesn't call the next function until a frame in the future. So... I guess that would work. The thing is that I don't necessarily need this to be recursive. Because how this is set up is like, I'm not returning the information from these ones back to this call. So it's not like, it's not necessary for this to be recursive. I could just make this not recursive. And it would probably work. Hmm. It's annoying though. I like it being recursive. I'm gonna look this up. Maybe there's an easy fix. Crash with recursive function. Yeah, recursion / memory limit. Yeah, see, like 335 is around where it crashes for me. Stack Overflow. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm sure that's just what it is. It's just too many function calls. Wonder if I do that anywhere else, or like if the game crashes anywhere else from that. I don't know. So I guess how can we fix this? I mean, we can try and make this not recursive. Yeah, right. So how would we do that? I guess technically we only have to start it from one spot. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, any ideas on how I could do that without recursive calls? I've eaten since 8 a.m. Oh, yeah. Feel free to head out, yeah. I'm sure you're tired from streaming, so... yeah, get some good food. Yeah, at some point I'm gonna have to end stream. I think we're supposed to have an earlier dinner today. Let me actually ask real quick. So she's like this, but I gotta go eat. Yeah, no worries at all. Go do it up. Go to tile array and pop first from added neighbors, then while has tiles or breakout. Yeah. Go to tile array, pop the first from added neighbors. Yeah, so just adding neighbors until there's no more neighbors to do anymore. Yeah, do while loop because I need the first one. Can I do while? The do while loop. I haven't actually done one before, like. Because do is not a keyword. So I can't do like do while. I've never done a do while. Well, it's fine. We'll just do while. While true, I guess. Yeah, right? Like this. We just do a function call and then... Yeah. So you're saying while has tiles. So while... So while tiles.size is greater than 0, then... current tiles is less than max tile count, then we're gonna pop it. I'm gonna say equals tiles dot pop front. Yeah, something like this will probably work, I guess. Never done while. I have done do while, but not in Godot, no. So we're gonna get the top tile. You make the first tile the pump, yeah. We can just start with this. So the first tile will just be global position. So we get the top one, we pop it, and then basically we're just gonna check our neighboring tiles, right? Yeah. But I could see this ending up in a loop. Well, I guess we have the visited one, so we'll just say if visited.has. So visited doesn't already have tile. What's up, Jacob? It's finally center text. So we get the first tile, then we immediately just add the neighbors, right? So we're gonna say tiles.pushback. So tile is a position plus vector 2. So something like this, I guess. So 1, -1, 1, -1. Use the dictionary of visited. It's not a bad idea, yeah. So we got an ad going. I apologize. So we have our tiles. We get the first position. So we say pop it off. That's our tile. We're going to push back the other tiles. I guess what we'll do is check for collisions with those ones. So we'll do this. Right, so we'll query it. We'll get the result. So if we're on an empty tile or our collider is not a pressure wall, then we add tile count, and then we also say the other stuff, right? Push back our neighbors. And then here we're just going to say visited.pushback our current position. I believe that'll work. Yeah. Mind you, array for verify, as you can query it for has. Yeah. Would work as well. Yeah. Yeah, because I use has on I think visited somewhere. So basically we're just gonna say, yeah, we're just gonna check if it hasn't been visited. So we're gonna pop the tile if visited.has, so as long as it doesn't have tile. Then we do all this stuff. Yeah. Okay, pop the current tile. Do we have it in visited? No. So we move to the next line. We added to visited, we visited this tile. We're gonna do a collision check. If it's an empty tile or collider is not a pressure wall, then that means it's a valid empty tile. We add it to tile count. And then floor tiles dot push back tile. So that's the ones that'll be, you know, turned into regular floor tiles. And then we push back new tiles to check. So all of these ones. And then basically we run it through again. We check our next tile in the line, then we check its neighbors. Yeah, I think this will work. It's basically the same exact concept as a recursive call, but it's just not actually recursive. So I guess it might be better for memory. We'll see. I don't think the size of the array should be an issue for memory. I think what it is just the function calls start to add up too much. And then it does that stuff. So hopefully this will work. Let's relaunch everything. And then if this does work well, we can clean up the script. This better work. Okay. Nope. It died. Tiles is an array. What? Tiles dot size is greater than 0. Size should just return an int. So why does that not work? That's kind of weird. Array and int and operator less than? Where? On current tiles? Oh, current tiles is an array. Whoopsies. We don't even need current tiles. Oh, I meant to do tile count. That's what I meant to do. Let's try this again. Well, it didn't crash, so I'm hoping that it's okay. Let's check it out. So let's place one out here. Oh. Region too big. Okay. And then if we put one in here, it should work. Which it does not. It says the region is too big for some reason. So I wonder why that is. So let's see, after that, I'm gonna print tile count. Well, look, it sounds like it's always just at 1,000, so... Yeah, that's weird. Is it because tiles isn't getting reset or something, or... So we use visited floor tiles and tile count. So we don't need current tiles anymore. Oh, we do need current tiles, never mind. So why does this not work, I guess? Let's print what tile is in here every time. So it's breaching containment. Is really what's happening. So I wonder why that's the case. SPC, ACP. Oh man. There you go, you got it. Yeah, it is containment breach right now. So why is it doing that? I do a physics check on tile. So we say tile, if it doesn't have it, add it to visited. We do a physics check there. query collide with bodies, all that stuff in result. So if not result or result.collider is not a pressure wall, then we add a tile count. And then we add 4 more to check. Well, yeah, it should be placing, like, these will go on walls, but then they fail this collision check and then they won't do it. So that should be what's happening here. I guess what were the first tiles that it checked? I don't know. This is interesting. I wonder why it does that. Oh, wait a minute. I have to make sure it's on -8, 8. Okay, well, that didn't fix it, but that is something I needed to change. Still says the region's too big somehow. So while tiles.size is greater than 0, and tile count is less than maximum tile count. So I don't get it. I'm gonna do this, print tiles.size. Let's see what this does. Yeah, the first tile is just global position, so that's the position of the pump. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm not doing it by tiles. I'm incredibly dumb, guys. It's okay. Let's try it again. There we go. I just totally missed that. I don't know why I'm doing it by 1 pixel. Duh. Yeah. Alright, that looks good. So hopefully this will be a valid method for this then, since the other one is weird. Let's try it outside. This is the real test. Let's break that one. Looks like we're fine. Doesn't crash anymore. I can place as many of these as I want. It doesn't matter. Alright. And then it should just be saying too big, yeah. I think we're gaming. Alright, well, thank you for the suggestion. I do appreciate that. With the while loop. Yeah. Because, yeah, that was a good call. I guess it just has to do with how many functions are being called. So, just too many function calls. But glad with I can't talk. Glad that we got that working though. That's good. Let's also go fix the wall. The pressure wall doesn't have a ID assigned, so it's just like doesn't work. Just knows I was looking at a still image for the duration of that bug. For a still image of what? The stream or like? Oh man. Oh man. But you heard audio? Huh. Weird. Yeah, that's pretty wacky. Yeah, it said region enclosed on there, so let's hope that works. I think I'm gonna need a call deferred on the ready event because I need to wait for the world to generate its tiles. Because when you load into a world, it like resets it, which is not good. So let's do that. Inside of the pump, I think we can just set it deferred in the ready event. Right here, check region dot call deferred. And hopefully that'll fix that. Why can't I do it? I probably spelled it wrong. There we go. Okay. So let's make sure that that worked. I'm gonna save. It doesn't really matter if I save. And then let's load into the world again. I'll just quit and make sure that the world gets totally freed. Now let's try this. So it should fill in the tiles. It should be after the world generates the initial natural tiles, so it should be okay. I hope. Let's try it. No, it didn't work. But it did get called, right? Yeah, region enclosed. I guess it's just because it gets called completely before the world's generated. Oh, you know what we can do? Let's just connect a signal. So we have signals for when the world is generated. Why don't we just do that? I'm stupid. Freaking stupid. We need to do it for fully loaded. World is done generating. Yeah, signals are kind of freaking awesome, guys. Use signals if you don't already. Then we can connect it to check region. Cool. Now, I also still want this to happen, though, on ready. So, honestly, this function is pretty freaking fast, so I'm just going to call it and then connect the signal also. Like that. Because I wanted to do it during runtime after the world's generated, so... I guess we could always do like a... You know, have a variable stored in global of whether the world is generated or not, but this is fine. Even if you had like 1,000 of these pumps, it seems like it would be pretty fast actually, so. I do wonder if I use recursive calls. I use a recursive function call for the dungeon rooms, I'm pretty sure. Or do I? No, I don't. Okay, we're fine. I use a while loop. Do I? I don't know. But that one is usually only like 15 calls, so hopefully it's fine. It's not like 500. Please, yes, it worked. We're gaming. We're gaming so hard, guys. So now we can actually save our regions and stuff, save that data. They don't work outside, so stop trying. I'm gonna see if we can even see a performance impact. Like if I place a bunch of these, like do you think it would even be laggy? Like obviously placing these down initially, it's got a little bit of a lag spike, but it's like not that bad because it's not like you're ever gonna do this. This is just stupid. So even if the game does lag, it's kind of deserved, right? But I just want to put a bunch of these in and then run that and see how the game handles that many function calls. Hopefully I didn't just corrupt my save forever, but, you know, we'll see. So let's try it. I just want to see if there's any kind of noticeable difference on the load time on this save, right? With all of those pumps. I'm sure there will be, but I'm just like reading through it. I mean, it's pretty quick. You can see it go. Yeah. So it's not really a worry then, so that's good. Of course, it increases load times a little bit, but not really getting any around it, or yeah, any getting around it. It's either do the fill check or check walls, close perimeter. Yeah, exactly right. I think I like the fill check method because it's just, I don't have to worry about like cases like this where the walls are like in weird positions and stuff. It's just kind of always like, it's just easy. Yeah, it is a lot of pumps. Yeah. I'm just making sure that the load times aren't too insane. This is stupid though. No one's ever gonna make this many buildings. You're not gonna have 1,000 different buildings in the game. That's just ridiculous. So, yeah, I think it's fine. And even with that, the load time was only 2 seconds longer. I think that's okay. realistically, you might have 3 or 4 of these, and that's going to take, like, you know, 50 milliseconds or something. So, it's basically unnoticeable. Now I gotta break all these things, man. Be surprised? Yeah, I mean, if it does become a problem, I can always fix it later. I just don't want to fall into that classic issue of premature optimization, you know? At least one person will drain the planet. I'm sure they will, yeah. Oh yeah, mind speed command, thank you. Yes. Just wait until Josh from Let's Game Out plays the game, yeah. Nah, if it is a real problem, then I'll fix it when it's time, you know? But we're not there yet. So the next thing we need to do is make it so the region gets reset when you break a wall, right? Because it's kind of not fair if you build a region and then you break walls and now it counts as a region, but it's like, it's weird, you know? I don't want there to be a case where somebody could get out of here without this breaking, right? Or without going through an airlock, so... yeah. How come I can't put items in? Okay. Looks like we do have one error message. It's probably not anything, but yeah, this is just the classic stuff. All right. What's next here? Do wonder how performance is on this. Hopefully it's not too bad or anything. Actually seems like the game's running pretty good, even though we have a whole nother planet now with new resources spawning, so you know, I'm not complaining. I think that's pretty good. Obviously I'm not on the massive enormous planet, but yeah, no, it's still pretty good for performance, I would say. It's gonna buy 1,000 nukes and explode the whole planet. Yeah, that'd be crazy. I'd love to see somebody do that. Exploding Tyria and Starground. I blew up a whole planet in Starground. I don't know if that's what he sounds like. I don't know who he is, but... oh, let's go. Dictionary of the walls to a pump, and edge cases of 2 rooms connected with 2 pumps, although under that you could just run the fill again. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could connect the walls and then, like, check if they've been broken. I just worry about, like, performance with that, right? So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna handle it. Hey. Hey. You know, I thought of something that would also help with performance on these walls, is making the walls also 3x3 like the airlocks, right? I don't give him explosive, give him too much power. Yeah. Near 0 performance impact. You fill the wall data out when you do the fill. Yeah. But I would have to connect signals and stuff, right? And I guess it's not necessarily performance. I guess it's really just my concern more is the complexity of that. Of keeping track of all the walls and stuff. I mean, it's not a bad idea for sure. I could try it out, right? It depends on what information / meta you can attach to the wall tile. Yeah. I don't know. We could mess around with it for sure and see like if that would be a good method. Yeah, I guess it's just how do I like do I connect like 500 signals? I mean, you know. I guess that's the thing. I wonder how that would be with performance. I don't know. Well, we could go ahead and create an array that's like walls. Walls. Walter. And then we can here. So whenever this has failed, then we basically know that it's a wall. So I'll just do this. If there's a wall, then we say walls dot push back tile. Or no, we put push back result dot collider. And then we also just say else. Oh, we have to check if not result, actually. I know this isn't optimized, but this is just an experiment. Or if break wall, one side water, other dry, flood fill with water, and destroy machines on the... Yeah. Could do that. But let's see, let's mess around with this, see how this goes. So this will push back all the walls that we find, which should work pretty well, and then we're just gonna say... I guess we don't really need to push back walls. We don't need to store the wall information in here. I don't think so. Because I just need to connect their signals. Well, I guess I do, because if we clear the tiles, I need to delete their signals. So I'm gonna say... Wall. Walls. For I and walls. I dot tree exiting dot disconnect. Right? How do I check this? What's a signal? Tree exiting dot disconnect, and you have to disconnect it from a callable. So we're gonna disconnect it from check region. So we essentially do the inverse down here, which is when we add our walls. And then we say result collider dot tree exiting dot connect check region. So hopefully that'll work. We'll see. I don't know. So let's... Oh yeah, see. Oh, I had to relaunch the game, right? Put your pump away, Walter. Hopefully this works. I wonder if there's a limit to how many signals you can have connected to one object. See, I guess. Also, there's cases where it's going to collide with the same wall multiple times. I didn't think about that. Would you stall launch away, Walter? Yeah, there's going to be 1,000 errors in here. No! I forgot. That's what it's like. I do love the zero mining speed. Bro, I love Player, my favorite Stargrounder. I know. Player's such an awesome dude. Okay. Let's try this. So we have a pump in here, we break a wall. It don't work. Oh, kind of though. That's weird. Oh, here I need to say walls is, you know, empty. And then instead of doing the signals there, I'll just do it down in here. So on right here. Eye on walls. Check region. Player's so famous. Dude, player's in the official screenshot for Starground. It's crazy. I also have to check now if these walls exist. I guess I do. Well, no, because walls will become 0. Become nothing again. So I don't ever have to disconnect them, don't I? Or I guess I just do this instead of in reset tiles. We say this. Walls dot size is greater than 0. Then we loop through and disconnect. Oh, you how to removing the water effect? Yeah, I've thought about that. I'm not entirely sure on that yet. I'm gonna have to think about it, right? Oh god, stop mining. Okay. So we'll think of some ways to handle that. So if I break a wall, it works sometimes. This is what I was a little bit worried about. Like, it's a little quirky. So I'll place it down, and like some walls, like, I just broke that wall, and it should not have worked. Right? Maybe I need to call not tree exiting, but tree exited. Maybe is what I need to do. So yeah, for the water effect, I mean, there's really two ways of going about it. We either just like make the overlay invisible, or we like have it only show the water on the regions where it's actually underwater, but that's kind of hard for a lot of reasons. Okay, let's try this. Hopefully this works. Oh yeah. Let me just set my mind speed to 0 again. Oh. And then if I place down the pump again in this state, it's gonna scream and shout. Yeah, it's a post-process shader. That's why like everything gets affected, including like the buildings and stuff. So if I break that one, yeah, it should just fill in. It won't actually like break. That's intended. And if I break that one, it should still fill in. So you can like break internal walls whenever you want. It's also good because I think you can do this. No, so that's kind of a problem that I want to work out maybe. You know, because it'll have like tiles and regions that should be outside. But it's not a huge deal, honestly. And then I'll probably have some button in the pressure pump that's like, you know, pressurize. Like a big button that says pressurize on it, so. Could also just fill this in with walls to make it like a pillar like that. Which looks okay. I don't know, there's definitely gonna be quirks to work out with this, but I think this system works pretty well with the breaking. It should be pretty performant, because it's only gonna be connecting signals on the walls that are actually a part of the region, instead of it doing walls that are everywhere. So it won't like cause too much lag. Now the other thing is like the automatic checking of like if I put down a wall, like it just building the room again, but I think I'll just have a button in the pressure pump to manually build the like check again. You know, I think that's just gonna be the way to do it. Then maybe I don't actually have to have it pressurized when you first place down the pump either, which would be a good thing. So I could just get rid of this check region thing. So I only do it when it's been loaded in. I think that would work better than just, oh, I'm closed. Yeah, right. Like it's like a process you have to initiate, the pump process. Yeah, see now it's like, it starts just not pressurized and then you slam down on the big red button and then it activates and does the thing. And then that way, like if it fails or the region's too big, it'll immediately say here, like region is too large, and then shows like the number of tiles and stuff that it can be. So yeah, I think that'll, yeah. It's gonna be pretty epic. Still a lot of stuff to do, but we're getting there. I am gonna have to end the stream really soon. I don't know if Sedalix is gonna get back in time, but oh well. I gotta eat eventually. And sleep eventually. Is what I'm like right now. I'm like, okay. What do we want the UI for this? I mean, it's pretty easy just to put a big button in the center that says pressurize. It'd be kind of epic though if we did like a custom sprite button. So maybe it's like a big red button or something, but I don't know. Then we get issues though with UI scaling, so maybe I'll just do a regular old button. We can improve it later though. I just want to get things working and like ready to go, right? I don't want to spend too much time messing around here, so. Now, another issue that we have to worry about with this is we have to also set these tiles on multiplayer, right? That's kind of another difficulty with this process. So we have to figure that out. But I guess, no, that wouldn't work. Yeah, let's do this. If not is server, so if you're a client, then on load we run check region. And I'm just gonna have a variable bool that's like var pumped is false. And then we're actually gonna sync pumped just so that it's always in line with what is on the server. So if not server and pumped, then we're gonna call that. And then same in here with all this other stuff, like for reset tiles, we're gonna say pumped is false. And then in here, when we actually do this, check region, blah, blah, blah. Right here, we're gonna say pumped is true. And I'm gonna have to work on this a lot for multiplayer because there's a lot of things that happen in here that I only want to happen on the server and stuff like that, but. Manual pumping button minigame. That would be kind of fun. You have to like crank it. There's like a lever you have to pull multiple times or something to pressurize it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Man, it's fun to just shred items. Love just getting like a bunch of conveyors like this and just slam them down and then just shred. You know, just... It's like Minecraft where you have like a efficiency 5 pick with a beacon and you just shred through stone. It's just like... It's kind of fun. Okay. All right. Yeah, we are just about at the end of the stream, so probably be wrapping things up really soon. Let's get a quick little menu on this. So, hey, Jake Makes Games, thanks for the follow. We're gonna get a super quick little menu on this, and then we're gonna be done here. I'm just gonna duplicate the power and call it display pressure pump. Now, since we added a new display, we have to go into our one of the tables. I think it's the spawner table, and add it. Yeah. Okay. Power status. So we can get rid of a lot of this garbage. So we don't really need a grid container. Just need a vertical box. Oh wait, do I need a... I might need that actually. I think that's the text of... Yeah. How do I have it in other spots though? Like for example, the furnace UI. Yeah, I have that in the grid also. Oh, it doesn't matter. Right, I forgot I can change that. It's still just the label regardless of where it is, so I can just do this. There we go. It's got the label. Okay. So then I'm just gonna add a button. Pretty easy. And it's just gonna say pressurize. Then I'm gonna add another region down below, which is a it's gonna be a 9-slice container. Really, it's gonna be inside of a margin. And that in and of itself is another margin. Then this is going to be our other background. It's like the tiny background or something. Small BG9 slice. Yeah. Get that stuff like that. Now inside of here we can add more text. So we'll add a label. It says like status. I don't know why it's being weird. Oh, it's because... Whoopsies. Oh, shoot. There we go. Let's set the margins to like 10 on these. And then add another label. Guess we really just need one label. Let's make this a rich text label. And turn on BB code and fit content. So if it's too long, it should, yeah, do that for other languages and stuff. And then we can say on there what the status is. So, kind of like what we got going on here. This will be the pressure pump display controller. There's a lot of stuff in here we don't really need. Display.path. Or yeah, I guess we'll keep that. So we keep the display. We don't need consumption or production. Or all this set info garbage. So I'm just going to do this. It doesn't matter if this is in process. We're going to say label dot text. So here we're going to say, like here, we're going to go var building. And we're going to say building is inventory.get parent. And then the text is just going to be equal to building.pumped. So we're going to say if building is pumped, then we set it to something else. So we're going to say it's equal to status okay. Otherwise, it'll be equal to status region too large. Maximum is, then we say building dot the pressure pump. It's gonna be our max tile count. And probably have to convert that into a string. Why not nice use? What do you mean by that? Oh yeah, for when it's good. Yeah, we could say that. Yeah, no, it's okay. Current size is building.tile count. Yeah, just so that we can have that info somewhere so people know. I kind of want to do a it's like string.format. Or what you do is this, you do that and then dot format. And now you can add in your variables. So I kind of want to do that. So current size is, I gotta figure out how to do it though. So S is for, that's for a string, I think. See, I'm just trying to figure out how to do this. So infix, postfix, prefix. It's all the same thing. Okay. So we'll just say that and do 0. Right? So what does format take in as the other one? Just values, which is a variant. So what happens if you just have one variable? Does it work? I guess let's try it. Okay. Let's see what this does. Hopefully it works. Let's go back into our pressure pump inventory. Then we have to say display override is the path of the display. We can just say copy path. Then inside our pressure pump, Set it there. Let me make sure we're good. Scenes res, yeah. Okay, let's relaunch the game. I'm pretty sure I saved it after I broke all the extra pumps, so. All right. I hope this looks good. Hope it doesn't crash. We'll see. Probably won't do that, I hope. But then these thoughts start to cloud my mind. The little goblins say, how do you do? Yeah, that's what I was worried about, this stuff, but we'll fix that. So it should say status okay. Yikes. So why did that work? Or why did that crash? So spawn on the main planet when you want to save. Yeah, I'll probably change that so that you spawn on whatever planet you were on last. But I have to add logic for that, so I'm out of time tonight, but I'll work on that. I'll write it down though. Okay. So why is this crashing? It's saying path is not real. Oh, it's getting it at the grid container. Oh, so parent. We're just getting too many parents. Which with this, actually, we can just say, well, owner. We don't have to keep track of displays, so we're just going to say owner.path. Should be able to save and quit out of a dungeon? You mean like when you save in a dungeon and then like quit the game and then you're back in the main area and still have your stuff, like that kind of thing? Yeah, I mean I can make it so that like you can't, it doesn't save when you're in the dungeon. Yeah. I still want people to be able to quit though, but then we have to have like a big notifier that's like, you'll lose your progress, you know. I'll think about that though, just for balancing, you know. So yeah, I'll write that down as a thing we could change. Okay, this better work or I'm gonna... You don't wanna know. Trust. Status okay. Current size is 0. Okay. So my formatting thing did not work. I think it's because it wasn't an array. Here, well, how does format work? Okay, by default it's that. So it should work. I guess it's because it's not an array. Let's try that. Oh, yeah. Its current size is 549. Okay. So then if we put one outside, it should say what the maximum size is. Region too large, maximum is 1,000. Yeah. Cool. The only other thing I would add to this is just adding a color. So we actually have a global color for green up in here in the colors array. So I'm just gonna like use that. So I guess it's actually good that we have this as an array. Global.colors.green. Then I'm just gonna say color is equal to 0. Just like that. And same with down here. Global.colors.red. Let's try that. What? Oh, whoops. I need to set that to 1. BB code is enabled, so it should work. Let's break it and place it again. So it didn't turn red. I don't know why. But it, like, didn't not work, so that's kind of weird. BB code is enabled, so I mean, it should work, right? Oh, is it because I'm just setting it to, like, a value? Yeah, that doesn't work. I don't think. Because it's just a color. I need to do, I need to convert it into a hex. So let's see if I can do that. I think I can do color.hex. How do I get a hex? Let's see. Oh, 2. I think I can do one of those. To HTML? I mean, is that what I want? That's probably what I want. Oh god, that's what I want. Let's try that. There we go. Yeah, now it's red. Then this one should be green. Yeah. Okay, we're gaming. Only other thing I want to do is in theme overrides, I want to add a, let's see in here, font shadow color, and I'll just set that to the default black color. Boom. Yeah, also let me like read what you said, sorry. I see the dungeons as a commitment, I guess make it so that if you quit out it counts as a death and you lose items and stuff, yeah. I guess that's probably what we would do. Yeah. Or just like revert your save or something, I don't know, right? I guess we could just save a variable along with the player and it's like is in dungeon, so like if the player was in a dungeon when they save the game, then they die when they spawn in. Alright, this should have a... yeah. Looking good. Okay. I mean, I think that's pretty much it. Can anyone else think of things to add for these pumps? Oh, we didn't actually add the functionality for the button. It's probably a good thing to add. Let's just do that really quick. We're just gonna say... so if we press the button, it'll do the pump. It'll do check region. Let's try that. So we open it, pressurize, yeah. Alright, I'll probably add like effects with that and stuff, like maybe a sound and maybe it like emits some bubbles or something. You know, just to make it more fun. So yeah. Alright. I'm actually going to change this because it's not always just that the region's too big. So, else if building dot tile count is greater than or equal to building dot max tile count. So that's if it's greater than, like if it's exceeded the size, but otherwise there's cases where it just hasn't pumped. So region needs pressurizing. So yeah, that should work. So like on this one, it says it's good. If I break it and then place it again, it'll just say region needs pressurizing. Yeah. All right, cool. Then I can pressurize, it's okay. All right, we can now pressurize our buildings. I still need to work on all the effects of the being not underwater, then moving into the water and stuff, you know? So there's still a lot more I have to do. But yeah, anyways, let me read out everything. Yeah. Classy Wolfflesh is welcome from slumber. What's up? Welcome in. Back from treadmilling, how's progress? Yeah, stream soon. Yeah, I think we're gonna end right now. I've gotta go eat dinner and stuff, but we have our buildings working, so that's honestly really good progress. So yeah, now in here, we've got this pump. You can pressurize if we break the pump, or if we break the wall when a building's pressurized, it depressurizes. So this one needs pressurizing. We click the pressurize button, we're pressurized. We can break the wall and now it's unpressurized. We're all gonna die and explode. So yeah. Epic. Ugh. Ooh, just hurt my back. Ow. I did something weird. Ooh. I did something weird to my back. It's like I can't sit in the position I was now. It hurts a lot. Alright, I'm gonna go attend to my back injury. Yeah, thank you gamers for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. Next stream, probably just be working on underwater stuff more. You know, the usual. Maybe get around to actually like more automation stuff for inside here, like an interface for the walls and dealing with all that business. But yeah, things are looking good, so we'll just keep grinding away at it. Yeah, thank you everybody. We're gonna go find somebody to raid. Feel free to buy Starground right now on Steam if you want. Man, I did hurt my back. Right now on Steam if you want. Shut up, me. Ow. Oh, what did I do? I don't know. I stretched really weird. I like overstretched. All right. Well, who do we want to raid? Man. Finn is fine. Is streaming. Oh my god. Could raid them. Oh, what's up, Alex? Really quick, I'll show you what we did. So I got it all working. What we ended up doing was swapping it from a recursive call into a while loop, and that fixes all of our issues. So yeah, doesn't crash anymore when you place them out here. So good stuff. We also added a quick UI to it so that you can actually like see what the status is and stuff. So this shows that the current size is 549. If there's like a breach in your wall or something like this, it'll automatically depressurize, and then you can go back in here and it shows why, right? So like why it's not working. So that's good. Yeah, appreciate it. Then if you put the wall back, you can go back and repressurize your base. So yeah, it's working really good. It runs really well too. That's a big thing, right? I still have to test it with multiplayer, but so far things are looking good in here. So yeah, next stream's gonna be just about dealing with like the effects and stuff of this stuff, like the water effect, like turning that off when you're inside and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going well. We fixed everything. Everything's working, and that's epic. So I'm excited for the water stuff. I think it's going to be a really fun to work on it and add stuff, because it's such it is a cool idea. I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, or the Big Boy Games horn, but I think it's kind of cool to build stuff underwater like that in an automation game. So yeah. But yeah. Oh, deeds. Well, so I'm glad you got it sorted out. Love to have progress. Yeah. I am also glad. So yeah, we're just about to raid out. So yeah, I'll just raid. Finn is fine. we'll do that. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming to the stream. Buy Starground if you want. This update will probably be out around December 9th during the multiplayer fest. So, you know, be ready for that. It's a free update. And yeah, feel free to join the Discord if you want. I'm going to start putting more sneak peeks on there of like things that I'm working on, you know, sneak peeks. I mean, it's pretty obvious what a sneak peek is. I don't have to explain that. But yeah. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate the raid, Settlix. That's awesome. Thank you very much. I always really appreciate it. So I wish I had the chance to raid back. It's just the schedules don't line up. But yeah. All right. I'm going to start the raid right now. Goodbye, everybody. I'll be here tomorrow, same time, 3 p.m. MST. Bye. Goodbye.